Hey guys, I just wanted to put an ad in this episode. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. One, it's free. There's a creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. And I've tried it, and it's really easy to do. It's not as complicated or as difficult as you would think it would be. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. Download the free Anchor app or go to your anchor.fm to get started. Hello everyone, thank you again for joining me on another episode of Dorsey Ross Podcast. Today I wanted to share with you something that I came across in a book that I was reading called Don't Quit in the Dip, and he referenced a Tony Evans newsletter that he had seen, and it's a story about this guy who went to London and he saw this painting on a wall, and I'll read the newsletter to you so you can get a better understanding of the newsletter and what I'm trying to speak about today in the podcast. And the newsletter goes, in an art gallery in London hangs a painting of a chess game entitled The Chess Players. On one side of the chessboard is the devil, full of laughter. His hand is posed, ready to make the next move. On the other side of the chessboard sits a shaking, frightened young man. Sweat drips down his forehead, mixed with tears pouring from his eyes. One day, a chess champion from another country visited the gallery. The painting naturally caught his attention, causing him to examine it for a very long time. In fact, while others had moved on throughout the gallery, the chess champion remained fixated on the game and the devil who was about to make the next move to steal this man's soul. Hours passed as the champion continued to study the board from every possible angle. The sweat on the young man's face pegged him to continue. Finally, as the gallery was about to close for the night, people in every part of the enormous building heard a loud scream as the chess champion yelled, "Yes, I got it. You don't have to lose." What the chess champion had done was discover another move that the man could take. He had found a way not only for the man to escape checkmate, but to deliver checkmate on the devil only a few more moves into the game. Maybe you feel like you are in the position today. It looks like the devil has won the chess game for your life, family, job, health, or in any other area. But what I want you to remember is that you have a champion who will make the last move on the devil. Though Jesus Christ, your victory over Satan, has already been secured. I think sometimes in our life we forget that Jesus Christ has already won the battle. He's already won the war. We will go through many battles in our lives because the Bible talks about the trials and tribulations that we will face in our lives. And during those trials and during those tribulations in our lives, we will feel like quitting. We will feel like giving up. And sometimes we don't know where to go in the next move, where to go in the next move in the life of where we want to go. And we're crying out to God, God, where do you want us to go? What do you want us to do? And we have to sit quietly sometimes and listen to His voice, listen to what it is that He is telling us to do, what He is telling us to go, what His next move is for our own lives, so that we don't quit, so that we don't give up on the life that God has given us. Even in my own life, in the last several weeks, I've had to look for a new place to live for my dad and I. And I was playing and trying to decide where to go. Do I stay on the island with my dad? Do I go out of state with my dad to a new place, to a new location that may be out of my comfort zone? And I went to look for a new place in Pennsylvania, and I finally found a new place, and I will be moving to Pennsylvania in a few weeks. But even being accepted into a new apartment in Pennsylvania, I still feel anxious. I still feel nervous about this new move because I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to take place in this next move of my life. But every time I pray, every time I seek God, I feel His Holy Spirit speaking to me, saying, don't quit, don't give up. I have a greater plan for you in your life. And we must remember, not only do we have greater plans for my life, He has greater plans for your life as well. And it's not only in the move that's hard for us sometimes, and it could be something, as the newsletter said, something financially, something, a job, or maybe even for my own life, it could be a relationship. I'm 43 years old. I'm going to be 44 in a little over 2 months. And I'm still looking for that woman of God that He has for me. And I'm wondering, when will that come? Will that come? But I know, as I look at the chessboard of my life, that the devil hasn't won. The devil's been defeated. And God has everything planned out for my life. Does that necessarily mean that I will get married at some point in my life? No, not necessarily. But it does mean that He has greater plans in store for my life. He has greater things planned out for my life that I don't even know about, that I don't even see in store for me. So in the end of all of this, my point today is, whatever you are going through, whatever you are dealing with in your life, don't quit. Don't give up. You may feel like you are in a low place in your life today, but don't quit. Don't give up. If you need encouragement, if you need support, go and speak to someone. Go find a good friend of yours that you know will encourage you, that you know will help you, and that you will, speak life and speak truth into your life. Go find a pastor, go find a therapist, whatever that might be. A lot of us have not been able to see friends and not being able to see even family members because of this COVID situation. But I want to encourage you that as hard as it seems to be sometimes, this will end at some point in time. We don't know when that time will be, but it will end. And we will eventually be able to see our friends and be able to see our family members again at some point in our lives. And sometimes maybe not seeing each other is a hard thing, but maybe doing a video shot will help. Doing a Zoom call may help, just to give you that little bit of encouragement to be able to see someone even on a computer screen or even on a phone screen. It's not the same thing as seeing someone in person, but it will help. So as I end today, just know this: don't quit, don't give up, and know that God has everything in store for your life. I hope this is a good encouragement for you guys. I hope you are having a great week. Don't forget to go out and vote, even though this will come out tomorrow. And even with the election, whoever wins, know that God has put them there for a reason and a purpose. Have a great day. Have a great week. And hopefully you guys will tune in next week as well. Don't forget you can support this ministry on a, one-time basis or a weekly basis or maybe even a monthly basis to continue to do this podcast as a ministry. And if you want to find out more about this ministry, go to my website, www.dorseyrossministries.com. God bless. Have a great day. Bye-bye.